to make delicious vegan gluten-free brownies, a super healthy, easy, yummy dessert. And the best thing is only 10 ingredients in just a few steps, so really simple to make. So the ingredients we'll be using today, we're gonna be, for spices, just a little bit of salt, baking powder, baking soda. We're gonna be using some coconut sugar. We're gonna be using some rolled oats, raisins, some cacao powder to give it that nice chocolatey taste of a brownie, some almond butter or another nut butter of choice, creamier the better, and then also some nut milk. And if you don't know how to make nut milk, I encourage you to make it yourself. It's super easy. All you need to do is check out the link below, and we have a link to show you how to make nut milk. And last but not least, because these are zucchini brownies, of course we have zucchinis. The ingredients out, and we're gonna go ahead and make the recipe. Really simple. All you have to remember is wet ingredient or dry ingredients first, and then wet ingredients. So we're gonna start from putting all of our dry ingredients in the food processor. We have our oats, we have salt, baking soda, baking powder, coconut sugar, or this is cacao powder actually. Cacao powder first, and then we have coconut sugar. So dry ingredients are in. I'm going ahead and just pulse this slightly to get it mixed up before we make our, before we add our wet ingredients. So just pulse those. So those are all mixed together, and now I'm gonna add our wet ingredients. So for our wet ingredients, we have our nut milk, and I want to do 1/4 cup of this. So let's make sure I get the right amount. 1/4 cup of nut milk. I'm gonna add in my almond butter, and remember, this is better if it's creamy. Nice and creamy almond butter works the best for this recipe or any other nut butter. And we're also going to add the zucchini. And this is about, I used about 2 zucchinis, and you want to make sure, I can show you, like our zucchinis we chopped up in our food processor before we did this. You can also grate them with like a grater, but your zucchini should be like grated or kind of finely chopped before you put them in here. Or you're gonna get big chunks of zucchini in your brownies, which won't taste quite as good. All right, so now we pulse again till it starts to, they all mix together. So now we have our brownie dough. It's nice, and you would never know it's a healthy brownie mix. It smells delicious, it looks delicious. And the last thing we want to do is put our raisins in. So you want to put these in at the end. If you put it in before you mix everything else together, they're gonna get like chopped up. So I personally love to put raisins in things like brownies or other things because it gives it that like nice little gooey bite when you're eating them. So you want the raisins to stay whole. We don't want to grind them up. So I just added them into the mixture, and then I'm just kind of stirring them in to distribute them. And again, this is to ensure that they stay in their full form, which I think gives a better finished product. And that's it. So the next thing we're gonna do is pour it into our baking dish so it's ready to bake. We lined it with parchment paper. You can also grease your pan if you want to. And then you're just gonna go ahead and pour the brownie mix in. We have our oven preheated to 350. So after we get this in, we'll be ready to bake. And this is like the perfect thing to make if First of all, if you have kids and you're trying to hide some veggies, but also if you're like me and you often are invited to things where they ask you to bring something and you don't have time to make anything fancy, this is one of those dishes that tastes really impressive, but it's just so easy. So I have the brownie mix in, so we're gonna put this in the oven and then it will be ready to go. Okay, so our brownies are out of the oven. They're smelling amazing. I can't wait to dive in and take my first bite. Don't forget, if you want the full recipe with all the details, check out the link below. It'll give you everything you need to know. Make sure to subscribe to our YouTube channels if you want to hear about more super simple, easy, healthy, delicious recipes. And I'm ready to just give this a try. I'm gonna not use my manners and put this on a plate, but I'm gonna eat right out of the pan and see what happens. Seriously, smells so good. Amazing.